She reached for her, grabbed her arm, and chopped it. I was like, what is going on? She chopped it and pulled out a shark tooth. Oh, that is when I realized I was wrong. I was wrong about the Woman King. Here are 3 assumptions that I made about the show that was I wrong? Let's see. Let's dive right in. 1, The Woman King. The title alone. The title had me shooketh. Do you understand me? It triggered me to my core. Woman King? What's that all about? Are we doing that? Are we doing that? Is that what we're doing right now? I have my notes right here too, so I'm gonna be looking at them. It's like, what? The Woman King? Yeah, I was triggered. I'm not gonna lie. But there's spoilers in this. There are spoilers, so please bear with me. It's not what you think it is. It really isn't. Here's what the thing is. So in this the homie, and every time I think about it, is the homies. What's up, man? That's the homie right there. In the homie, they had there's a male king, and then there's a woman that balanced it out. So basically the kingship consisted of a woman and a man. It wasn't necessarily the queen. And so that's what the title was. There was the male king that was the king predominantly through the show. And near the end, they chose the woman to stand beside him. I won't tell you who they chose, but you may guess it because of the name of the show and who's the star of the show. But anyway, that is what the Woman King signified. It wasn't trying to make women men, or it wasn't trying to erase the kingship or just give him some weird thing. Apparently, well, at least that's how they explained it. I did not go and check the historical accuracy of it all. I didn't. But that's how they explained it in the show, and I accepted it. I accept that I was wrong about that because the title alone had me shook. I was just like, no way, never, never. I am not into that male erasure or men can be women type thing. I'm not into it. And I wasn't planning to see it. Here, and before I get into number 2, let me tell you how I ended up seeing the show. And so it kind of tells you about making assumptions. I was part of a friend's morning show on Facebook. Lays Elliott, y'all tune in to us every morning, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. If you look up Lays Elliott, he is the manager, producer of the legendary NOP. And yep, MOP, if you remember that group many years ago. Anyway, he has a morning show on Facebook that he does live. And one of the guests, one of the other people, we're regulars on it, was talking about how she saw it and she was pleasantly surprised. And I trust her judgment on this. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take back my assumptions and go see the show. That's why I end up seeing it. And The Woman King, I really feel that they gave it that title to throw us all off. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into the number 2 assumption that I made about the show. Can't women be women? When I heard the show and saw the highlights, I was just like, oh no. Here goes the whole strong back woman. I don't need no man. I don't need no nothing. I am bad all by myself. Here's the whole messaging again. And I was rolling my eyes inside because I'm like, I'm not seeing this. I'm not going to subscribe to this foolishness. And I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't really that way. This is just a group of female warriors. There were male warriors they fought alongside. The king himself was there, which we'll talk about that next. But there were male warriors, and also, yes, these women as part of being the warriors, they did have to make a vow not to be married and not to have any children. And that's what was part of the arc of the story about a mother-daughter relationship. You're going to have to see it to really, I don't want to give too much away, but trust me on this one. It was not a women can't be women, women have to be masculine and manly to be women. It really, I didn't feel that it was really giving us that. It did really give these women, they're strong and they're brutal. Let's just put it out there. They for sure were. It wasn't giving, this is the only thing that women could be. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't feel like it was being rammed down my throat. I don't need no man. The I don't need no man message. I didn't feel that. I really didn't feel that. The number 3, let's see. I will just make sure that I really get into that part. Yeah. I think I got what I needed to say, because, I'm not a feminist like that. I really feel that we're all here with our particular task. A man has a particular role and a woman has a particular role. Women are really good at nurturing and bearing children, and men are good at physical strength and leadership. And it's okay. It's okay for it to be that way. If we are together, we make a good, beautiful whole. And it's almost like what the Women King was. They had a male aspect and a female aspect to the kingship, to the leadership of the country to make a whole. At least that's how I interpreted it. I'm not going to lie. I am a glass half full type person. I am a rose colored glasses type person. Overall, you wouldn't believe that from my P-Valley dissertation. You wouldn't believe that, but really I am. And overall, anyway, regardless, overall I thought it was good. Next, number 3. The assumption I made was, okay, we're just trying to get rid of the black man. We're trying to get rid of the black man because, once again, I really feel, and I don't know if I'm correct or not, but I just feel that there's like a movement to really just erase the black man. And I don't like that, because the black man is needed, because there are black children, there are black women that really need their headship and their leadership around. And this movie provided us that. Yes, the king was there as a strong man throughout the movie. Yes, he had a more supportive role because the movie wasn't focused on him, the king of Dahomey's. The movie wasn't focused on him. It was more focused on this group of female warriors. So it makes sense that Viola Davis would be the star of the show. But regardless of the fact, the king, he was king. It was obvious he was king. He wasn't being beaten down and being pushed to the side. He wasn't being emasculated at all. He was king. And I appreciate that in this movie. They handled that really well. They really did. Those are my 3 things. 3 assumptions that I made that I take back. The strong black woman thing was still there, but you know what? I will give them that, because overall, this was a well-made movie. It really was. It was so. Listen, I will watch it again. I was entertained. Didn't feel like they were trying to feed me a bunch of propaganda or something. Maybe they were, but if they were, they sure did hide it and make it subtle. But I told y'all, I'm an optimist, and it's easy to hide stuff from me. I was thoroughly entertained. My husband went with me, and he went with me reluctantly. I was just like, babe, let's go see it. And he's like, fine. And both of us walked out of the theater like, whoa, oh my goodness. Both of us walked out of the theater just thoroughly entertained, and we saw it at this really cool theater. What was the name of it now? What was the name of it? I can't remember. It was just a really cool theater though. And yeah, it was good. The elephant in the room. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. The Dahomies were killers. They sold black people into slavery. It was them. It was them that stole other Africans and sold them to the slavers, sold them into the whole slave trade thing. It was them. They were one of the major tribes. They were also known for their human sacrifices. These were not good people. So basically what happened, the women king turned them into heroes a little bit. Well, you know what? I'm going to back up a little bit and say, I'm not really sure if they turned them into heroes. They were really just focusing on their tribe. Each time they were trying to rescue their own people, and they were trying to rescue, both of the big war things, they were trying to rescue their own people, and another set of people tried to come after them. They did have conversations about them saying, we should no longer sell our people, because they did talked about how even the king's mother was sold. One of the other guys' mother was sold. So they talked about the different people that were sold and say, that should not be our legacy anymore. The Viola Davis's character, she was trying to get the king to start, let's sell palm oil. There's money in it, was trying to direct him to another way they could finance the needs of the tribe. And you know what? They didn't attack it head on. They did not. They hinted around to it. I heard somebody make the analogy that this movie was like as if we made a story about the Nazis and how they persecuted the Jews and made the Nazis the hero. Was that what happened? I don't think so. Did they handle them with kitten gloves? They did. They could have been a little bit more harsher to Dahomey and really paint them as violent, aggressive people that sold their people and killed their own, sold other people and killed their people for sacrifices. They could have put that out there, but I don't know. They didn't. It was a good movie though. Aside from that, I would give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was entertaining. The videography and cinematography was amazing. The acting was good. The people looked good. The costumes were good. I would see it over and over again. I was entertained. I didn't feel like they were pushing some sort of weird agenda down my throat at all. About the only unnecessary, maybe there was maybe somebody said something about men in there, like in passing, but I didn't even remember it that much. The one thing I did see though, where right when they were near the very end, last fighting scene, one of the characters really almost bludgeoned this white slaver, like while she was killing. She aggressively killed him. She ain't had to kill him like that, but she went in extra, and I almost felt like they were. Well, maybe they weren't. Maybe he deserved it because he had held other captives and killed one of their beloved Dahomey women, the Ajo. I can't pronounce these things. Go see the movie. It's good. You will not regret it. I'm even sorry I made the assumptions. I'm sorry I almost missed out on it because I made those assumptions. Go see the movie. You will love it.